Hello and welcome. This is Rongpipi. You are with me on Let's Talk. This evening we have a very young, talented and dedicated social activist, Miss Sabin Rongpipi, with us.
Thank you.
She is the co-founder of Healing Hearts Project, an NGO, and now she's back from Thailand after completing her 3 months program in the School of English for Engaged Social Service by INEP Institute. So welcome, Sabin. So tell us about your stay in Thailand, first of all.
First of all, I would like to extend my sincerest gratitude to all the CARD crew members for inviting me for the interview, and I have never expected for this. And thank you so much for your wonderful welcoming introduction.
My pleasure.
And the 3 months in Thailand, starting from January till April 5th, I would say that is the most wonderful moment that I had in my life. The wonderful 3 months I have ever spent in my lifetime. Like from a girl from Karbi Anglong and representing India in the international level. I have never expected that in my life either. But I feel fortunate to be able to showcase my tribe, my Karbi community to the international level. And I would say that it was a great time there. The people were great. The food that I ate is awesome. The Thai food is super awesome. And the institute where I have been, the School of English for Engaged Social Service, this is the initiative by an NGO called Satyanes Nagapradipa Foundation. And then INEP, INEB, that stands for International Network of Engaged Buddhists. That program comes under that organization. And INEP Institute is also another initiative by that organization. So we have that School of English for Engaged Social Service. I have learned a lot about myself, I would say. I have learned and experienced about the reality of the world, the reality that I have never come across. I have discovered my weakness and my strength because I was away from home, so I had to be on myself. So I would say that experience has changed my life, has changed me into a better version. So yeah, Thailand has been a wonderful experience.
So how is Karbi Anglong different from Thailand?
Very different. Thailand and Karbi Anglong, I'm not saying bad or good, but the way of living, the things that we eat, and the way people works, it's totally different. Thai people are also very hardworking as the Karbis, but they know what to do. They just don't sit idle the whole year. They have something that is going on, and that's what we Karbi have to learn.
Yes,
because even we are working, I won't say that Karbi people are not hardworking, we are, but because we are totally dependent on the agriculture, and it's like off and on season. We have 6 months of cultivation and 6 months we're off. So in that period of 6 months, our people, they would just be waiting for the next another on seasons to work. So I would say we also have to learn like the Thai people. Like even in the gap, we should know how to engage more of ourselves and work so that we don't feel any crisis in between. So there is no difference. But the place, Thailand is very clean, and we have to learn that too.
Of course.
Thailand people, they keep themselves and also the surrounding very clean. And I would like to urge my Karbi people to maintain the same, because cleanliness is goodliness, right?
Of course, right.
Yeah.
So you have been there yourself, and when you think of Thailand, what's the first image that comes to your mind?
The image.
Yes, the image.
The beautiful memories that I had with my friends. We had from 9 countries, the program that I have been, and I was the only one from India. So when I think about Thailand, the first thing would be my second home, my second country. The first country that I have ever been out of India. So Thailand is a home to me. Like, I know even if I go there now, I will have a family because I have met a lot of friends there, and I have learned a little Thai. So maybe if I go there someday, it won't be hard for me to get in there, like to communicate and also to talk. So thinking about Thailand is a second home. Yes.
So would you like to revisit?
Of course. This is just the beginning. Like, there's another program coming up, and I have met a lot of leaders and the thinkers, you know, the leading thinkers of Thailand. So they have many programs coming up. So my next mission is to apply for that program, and I hope to get in and also experience a lot more there and learn about the society and also the reality of what's going on around the world, because this is just the beginning. I have to go deeper, and I have to learn more about myself, being away from home, being on my own, experiencing everything on my own.
That's what I personally like about you.
Oh, thank you so much.
So let's take a short break. Jubu Sports Restaurant, HRSJ Complex, 2nd floor, Dharamnala Road, Difu, Karbi Anglong. The first and ever sports lounge in town. Tune you up with live music, Dare to Inject, Jam Pad, and pool game, where you can play with friends or play with legends, along with seafood items like octopus, lobster, prawns, squid, tuna fish, and many more are available only at Jubu Sports Restaurant. For reservation, contact 995738 1813 or 8638 462 619 or 8812998125.
আপুনি বাৰু বিশুদ্ধ খোৱা পানীৰ অভাৱ অনুভৱ কৰিছে নেকি? এতিয়া আৰু চিন্তা নাই, কাৰণ বজাৰলৈ আহিল কাঞ্চ ৱাটাৰ। বিজ্ঞানসন্মত উন্নত মানৰ প্ৰক্ৰিয়াৰে প্ৰস্তুত কৰা কাঞ্চ ৱাটাৰে আপোনাক দূষিত পানীৰ ভয়াৱহতাৰ পৰা আঁতৰত ৰাখিব।
কাঞ্চ ৱাটাৰ।
আজিকালি যিকোনো পাৰ্টি মানে কাঞ্চ জুচ। বাইদি বেটো কমলাৰটো খাইছিলি নে আনাৰসৰটো? পাহাৰীয়া কমলা আৰু আনাৰসৰ পৰা তৈয়াৰ কৰা কাঞ্চ জুচ সম্পূৰ্ণ বিশুদ্ধ। কাঞ্চ জুচ খাওক, জীৱনৰ মজা লওক।
কাঞ্চ জুচ।
Welcome back after the break. You're still with me on Let's Talk, and we have Miss Sabin Rongpipi with us. So Sabin, you represented India. So how do people respond to you when you tell them that you belong to an indigenous tribal community?
Indigenous, the word. Some of the students didn't know what is indigenous, and that is the first word that we learned in our course. Indigenous. So indigenous people, it's not like we are the only indigenous people in the whole world. So there are indigenous people in North America, Africa, and they know that indigenous people, they live with the nature, they respect nature, and also the living beings that is in the nature, you know. So when I introduced them as an indigenous girl, they were like kind of shocked, like, are you? So like, yeah, I am. I belong to a Karbi community, and it is an major indigenous tribe in the Assam, in India. So they have that impression, you know, like we are close to nature. And when I introduce them as an animist, and I say that we worship spirits. Yeah, our belief is spiritual, right?
Spiritual
like
belief.
We don't have any idol. We worship to our ancestors. So they have the good impression, like I belong to the tribe where we live and surrounded by nature, and I tell them that we preserve, because our life is in the nature. We live stay and also sustain through the nature. So they are not so shocked, but they have that good impression of being an indigenous girl. Yes.
So, as you are the co-founder of Healing Hearts Project, I would like to know a little bit about that as well. So, we have seen many youth in Karbi Anglong. They are well qualified, highly qualified, but many of them looked for government jobs. But you are not one of them. You chose the path of social service. So why have you made that decision? Why you chose to pursue a career in social work?
Wow, good question. Healing Hearts Project is a dream. It's a dream that I have dreamt when I was just a kid, when I didn't know the reality of the world. I didn't know how hard the world was, but I have seen my passion in doing something for the society. I was never self-centered. Like, I want everything, I want money. I was never that kind of girl since I was a young kid. I always wanted to work for my people, for my Karbi people. I don't know why, but that thing is in my blood. Maybe because my mother also been working for an organization, KNCA, Karbi Nim Soching Song, and see through her I have seen the world. Like, through her I know how our people are still suffering. Though rich are getting richer, poor are getting poorer. That's the thing that I always say. The rich people, okay, they will be rich, but what about the poor people who are supposed to look at them? So I took English as my major in Diffu Government College, but English was never my interest. So from my degree, I started joining in the social activity, like going for seminar and listening to elders and learning things. So that's how it became my passion inside me, like, oh, I have to do. It's not like people are not doing, of course everyone is doing well in their work, but I also wanted to do something for my people that will make a little difference in the life of underprivileged kids, also the youth, and also the people who are still suffering. So I don't know that I have opted that as my career intentionally or unintentionally, but social work, doing for society, is my passion, and I find joy when people that one smile, that kick, the smile and the kick, that pinch, inside, and then that the feeling I can never express. The feeling is so great. So I don't know about my future, what my future holds, but I believe there is no pleasure than helping people. There is no pleasure than doing something good for our society. So that's how it is. And Healing Hearts Project, how it started. Everyone knows I'm very active in Facebook. And I see that many people use Facebook a lot these days. It's like the green dot always. I always see people active. I never find them in the real life, but they're always active in Facebook. So that's how it struck my mind. Why not we use Facebook as a platform where I can connect with people and do something that will worth it, So I started campaigning for the flood relief. No, not flood relief. It was distribution of used clothes to the underprivileged families in Langlokso, Jengka, and many other remote areas. It was my brother Mohes Ronghang. He is also working in Jengka for school, Sardokpo Ronghang Memorial Academy. So both of us, we planned of doing something through Facebook, So that's how it started, campaigning for used clothes. If anyone wants to donate anything, any sum of money, so that we can send a relief or send help to people who are deprived from having good clothes and also education. So that was the first step that I took as an founder of Healing Hearts Project. It all started through social media, and I didn't choose any member, like you come. It was never like that. I asked people if they are interested to volunteer. So that's how we come together, the like-minded people, my friends. They came up, and we could continue giving flood relief in Dokmoka, and then in Kajiranga, and also we could give a full treatment to a cancer kid Angtik Teron. He was suffering. He's still suffering from retinoblastoma cancer, and I got the news through news channel, as I was one of the worker that died. So I could collect donation through Facebook, and people being, I think people also want to help, but they just need a reason, like need a way, a good way where they can at least put their money for something good. So I think I could connect it, and through good friends and good network, I could get enough money to give that kid a full treatment. Right now he completed his surgery, and because there was a little complication in the eye, you know, the operated eye, doctor suggested to have another 6 chemo cycle. So he's going on, the second is done now. On 10th April he will be having his 3rd chemo, and then yeah, that's how it is.
So was there any help from Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council?
Help, yes, there was once a help from the chairman, the honorable chairman, Sir Horen Singh Bey of Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council. He donated for one chemo for Angtik's treatment, but we didn't receive any help from the overall KAAC. It is just the chairman. He helped us for one chemo cycle, and we did approach honorable CEM, but he was quite busy, so we didn't really get that much support from the KAAC. Yes.
So this career needs a lot of independent thinking and of course initiative. So who is your role model?
My role model.
Yes, of course.
My role model is my mother. My mother, because she has taught me to be on myself, to be me, you know, to be myself, and
Be the real you.
to be the real me. Exactly. Yes. So she is also an independent woman who is balancing her family, her children, and her work. So she's been my role model since I was a child, and I always wanted to be like her, being independent and working for the society. So if without her support, I don't think I will ever be able to travel far from my place, because she had that trust in me. Her belief in me has made me stronger every day. And yes, my father, he's been supportive, and he knew that not only boys can do something, you know. He has a belief that a girl can also, yes, a girl can do. So that's the best part about my parents and being my role model. So that's the reason of me being independent. And one of the person who inspired me the most is Sir Dharam Singh Teron. I don't think without him I can reach to that level. It is him who had the belief in me that I can do it, that I can be a representative there in the program, and I have that ability in me that I never knew about it. And he has that faith, so that has kept me going every day, and kept that, what do I say, kept that bravery, you know, brave inside me, like I can brave anything. So I really appreciate him as my mentor, and I feel fortunate to be a disciple of him.
So Sabin, tell me, what do you hope to accomplish as a social worker?
As a social worker, first of all, I want to explore the world and learn about things from the other country, so that I can come and work here for our people, for our Karbi people. So as a social activist, I want to create a space for the youth and also the underprivileged kids who are still deprived from education, and yeah, so on. We have plenty of reason. So as a social activist, I want to establish a space where we will have global network coming in and sharing things, and also give a chance to the youth so that they can showcase their talent, showcase their creativity, and everyone will appreciate with no judgment, with not pointing out any mistake. I want everyone to appreciate each other. So that's the main mission that I want to accomplish, and also set up something that will give a chance to everyone, and I also have one dream of establishing a social enterprise where the fully focus will go to the underprivileged youth who are dropouts, or maybe with a degree but they don't get any job. So I want to set up something that will benefit the society, not only as a business, but that will benefit the society, and also work together, community by community. And also I want to, the way that I've been to Thailand, I also want to encourage my friends and also the other youth to try on something like this, so that they learn something new, because we are in a place we learn and we forget, but if we go outside, I feel we learn more, and we can really relate what is going on in our place by learning from other place, So maybe that's the way I want to connect. I want a global network, and Healing Hearts project as a whole, I want to make it a hub of global networking, so that people come and share things, and we also can go to their place and share our things. Yeah, that's how.
So where do you see Healing Hearts project in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I see Healing Hearts project organizing a program like I have attended, the School of English for Engaged Social Service, where I want to share what I have learned so far, what I have been experiencing in my life. Not a formal education, okay? Not formal education. It will be, it can be a camp, or it can be an alternative classroom. It might be open space, and where we will learn, we will dance, we will play, we will connect each other, we will listen our own stories and appreciate. No judgment, only appreciating each other and being grateful of what we are, and appreciating ourselves at first, that how it is beautiful to be alive, how it is beautiful to be surrounded by good people. So that's how I want to create a school, something like that.
That's the way we can change the world.
I hope so. It's a beginning to change the world. Yeah.
So what do you think of the current welfare system?
I don't really have a good answer for that, because I have never studied the welfare or anything. But I see that we are kind of giving up on ourselves. We are only looking for jobs.
Yes,
we are
exactly.
only looking for government service. And I don't think we are gonna get that. On a serious note, unless you have
Money,
you have
power,
the fight, or
money,
exactly.
power, exactly.
So I don't really have anything to say about the welfare system, because we already know how is it going. But I want to make a little change. I want others to make a change too, like doing something on our own, and any it can be anything, like trying to establishing our own self, maybe by setting up an online shopping, because it's very common and people are always around social media. So I want to encourage my friends and also others to take a time, and think about something out of the box, not like following the mainstream, following the jobs and all. Let's make something that will worth everyone. Social enterprise, or maybe because we are so used to wearing the Western clothes and we are only giving money to others,
Exactly.
we are only giving money to the rich people. We tend to wear branded dress and we feel like, oh, we are on the top. I have Adidas,
Top of the world.
I have Reebok, I have Nike. But what exactly are we doing? We don't really have money, but we are donating those rich people and they are becoming richer and richer.
Yeah.
So why not create a trend where we will give money to the people who are in need, and buy things from people who really need support, not by just giving up money to the people who are already rich. They don't need more money. They are just finding a way to extract the money that we have. So why not we put money to people who are struggling to survive? Why not we give money, like our money, to people who are really in need and working hard every day, just for their survival? They don't want to own any kind of company or building, just for their survival. And those people who are already rich, they don't really need money. They need money, but they're just extracting from you, whatever you have. So that's the way I want for the welfare of our society. Balancing. If we don't balance, it will go like this.
Of course.
Yes.
So, what message would you like to give to the people of Karbi Anglong, to the youth of Karbi Anglong especially? Because youth have the biggest role to play in our society. If education is the backbone of human being, then youth is the backbone of human society. So please, go on.
The message that I really want to share with my friends, my Karbi friends, is that we have to start listening. We have to start listening to people who really need to who really want to say, because you see, we just say and ignore things. We don't really listen to people, and I have learned that thing, and that has transformed me so much, because we were given a chance to listen to each other, like a period of time. If I talk 10 minutes, the other person will talk another 10 minutes, and by that period of time we will only listen. And that's how the inner self work, the inner transformation, about how it is to be like when someone listens to you wholeheartedly, with no judgment.
No judgment.
Yes.
You have to be a good listener.
Yes, exactly. We have to be a good listener. So even if you are working for the society, even if you're working for any other group of people, or working in a government office, first we have to learn to listen. Good listening can transform you and also transform other people who is talking, And I want to share one thing. Like, I have seen our youth are directionless. They know what they want in mind, but they don't really exercise it. And I would like to ask those friends of mine to please come up. The world needs us. Our Karbi Anglong need us. Unless you show up your talent, show up something that is going on in your mind, no one will know you. It is only you who know your story. No one can hear your story unless you tell others.
Exactly.
So I've been dreaming big. I was like just 7-8 years old, but I have a dream of going out, without having any clue about what will happen to me. But I have seen myself accomplishing that dream, a dream to go abroad, and I feel that it's just a beginning. I will have many more opportunities on my way. So I would like to encourage everyone to dare to dream something big and try to accomplish it. Yes, that's all.
So, thank you very much, Sabin, for joining me on Let's Talk. Your work is really commendable. I appreciate you. Hats off to you.
Wow, thank you so much. It is my pleasure to be here and getting to share about my experience that I had in my past days, and I hope to continue doing the same that I have been doing, and also try to better my work and also try to transform myself to the good level as possible. Yeah, that's all. Thank you so much.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you.
With the end of this interview, I would like to request all the viewers, let us help the poor and needy people, just like Healing Hearts Project is doing, because they really need us. Because service to man is service to God. And Karbi Anglong, the people of Karbi Anglong should not die of poverty. Karbi Anglong should not be the land of poverty. Karbi Anglong should not be the land of mayhem. But Karbi Anglong should be the land of richness. Karbi Anglong should be the land of justice and equality. Thank you for joining me. I will see you soon. Take care.